Good
Good
morning.
morning. How are you, Andrew?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So we finally came to this moment. I want to welcome all the viewers who had the chance to tap into this connection that we have with Andrew Rezmer. For the sake of the opportunity, most of the people that will probably be seeing this will be people who have either neither met me or Andrew, or people that have met each other, so that we can just get a little bit of Q&A down, easy, fast way introduction into the opportunity to working with us in creative real estate. And I welcome you, Andrew, here to be with
Thank you.
us.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. So, Andrew, can you do us a favor? Just give us a little background about yourself and, your education. Yeah, just tell us a little bit about that.
Well, my formal education has nothing to do with real estate, not much at least. I'm an engineer and I have expertise in electronics. I studied in the Navy back in Europe. But then when I was back, when I finished my university, one of my first occupation was actually running a company that was going around Europe, buying different patents related to different construction and structures and building materials. And I actually built different houses using all those different. So I was doing research how to build what is now, 30 years later, called a green technology. Or in North America, it's called LEED technology, homes that are environmentally healthy, both for people who occupants and for the city or for the community and environment altogether. So that I was doing that already 30 years ago. And then later, I immigrated to Germany for a year, where I was involved in construction as well. And back when I came to Canada, well, I don't want to say how old I am. Actually, I did probably already by those numbers. I came to Canada almost 30 years ago, and initially started educating myself as a real estate agent, then mortgage broker, and also inspector, a property inspector. Worked there for a number of years, became extremely successful. But what I've realized that I help people make hundreds of thousands of dollars by finding them good deals and creating good structures on those deals. And in the process, I was making just relatively small commission in comparison to what they were making. So I fired all my clients, that were hundreds of them, and I hired myself as the only client. So I started buying houses for myself, and that was 97, so 22 years ago. Since then, and over that period of time, as a realtor and as an investor, I've done over I bought and made enough deals that included over 3,500 properties, or doors as we call it. And approximately at that time, I started teaching people how to buy properties with no money down or very little money down, how to structure those deals so there is no limit on how many mortgages a bank will be able to provide. And I've been training that for, like I said, over 20 years now.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. So now that we've got all this information in, and with people just tapping in, watching us and having this feeling from you, and just like that slight couple minutes there, I think it would be good to also broaden maybe some of the questions that could go through their head is why work with you, and the importance of what you learned by firing everybody, what you were a real estate agent at that time. Is that what you were doing? You were a real estate agent, or?
I used to be at the beginning, yes, in
Yeah. So
Canada.
when you fired all your clients and then you went into working for yourself, why would real estate agents want to work with you or even learn with you? What would be the outcome, you think, for them working with CREIN?
Well, first of all, real estate agents are trained to do something different. They are trained how to serve their clients, either sellers or buyers, and how to protect the buyers or sellers' interests, how to comply with all the rules and regulations that are required. So that training is important, and that service is extremely important as well. What I'm trying to do is to create joint venture partnerships with people who are interested, passionate about real estate and teach something that no real estate course or university is teaching: how to how to structure creative type of deals that are legal but enable buyers or us as joint venture partners to buy, control, benefit from real estate, from properties, even if we don't have down payment or if we don't qualify for mortgages. So this is completely new, separate knowledge, wisdom, expertise that regular realtors are not usually trained in.
Okay, so that is your company now. Is that the Home Buying Center or is that CREIN? Can you tell me a little bit about both?
Yeah, CREIN is the company that is providing the education and support. It's Creative Real Estate Investment Network. Home Buying Center is a company that is providing additional services once we buy those properties.
Okay, so you have your own team structure already working behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And then tell me a little bit about the education process so that people that are curious to know about, okay, so what to expect, how to connect with you, and how, you know, how this goes throughout a year.
Mm-hmm.
Program.
So as you can imagine, it wouldn't make sense for me to share all this wisdom, all this knowledge, all this expertise that I have compiled for over 30 years, starting back from Europe, now in Canada, United States, and other countries, train other people to compete with me in the marketplace. It wouldn't make sense, regardless how much you pay me. You pay me $100,000 for me to teach you all my tricks. It's not worth it because I make that much sometimes on one deal. So why do I do that in the first place? The reason why I do it, I don't want to teach anyone to become my competition. I want to teach people to become my joint venture partners. There is so many different nuances in how to structure creative deal. And then once you have a deal, how to manage it, how to support it and follow through to the end to the benefit of all people involved. And those nuances will take literally long time to teach all of it. So what I'm concentrating my education on is how to find deals. And then as partners, my team here in the office and other members of my team that are not in the office, like lawyers, accountants, inspectors, insurance agents, property managers, all those people are here to make sure that the deal is the best deal we can make, is the best structure, and everybody who has certain skills is utilizing those skills for the benefit of entire group. So I'm not teaching people to become my competition. I'm teaching them to become my joint venture partners. So as a group, we can make much more better deals and support each other in the process.
So one thing just gave me an insight when I was hearing you is that you've had the ability to learn and unlearn, but then also to be on the sites, and then a little bit about your network and stuff. So a lot of things right now, because we're blown on social media, but I think you've done some really great work in the community with working with your network and traveling and being with some international leaders. How does that have an effect first on you, and then how would it have an effect on the impact of, you know, what you've proven in your numbers and what you've proven in your ability to invest? Why work with you?
Well, there's, you know, why work with me? I think I would like to work with someone who has done that many deals. I'd be really happy to find someone like me and exchange information and collaborate together. Unfortunately, there isn't many people like that. So the amount of work that I've done, over 30 years of experience on different continents, that's one reason. Another reason is that I look everywhere I work for win-win situations, that everybody has to win. Real estate industry sometimes has a bad rep because lots of those are driven deals that are created based on greed. People buy because they think they are going to make lots of money without putting much effort, and they are going to take advantage of either the market or situation or someone's misfortune in life. And the way I teach and the way I want to be involved in it, that we're providing solutions. We're providing solutions that no one else may have thought of. And everybody in the process gets something out of it that otherwise they wouldn't. So that's the biggest difference between most people that I see in the industry that are greed-driven. We are trying to be solution-driven.
Okay, so your education is also set up online. From my understanding, I also know the team behind you has organized a way where they can watch videos of you or learn more about CREIN and the education process that you have. So how does it start off? Do they have to do a full day training or?
Yeah, so the way to start is to once every 2-3 months, when I have big enough group of motivated, passionate people who are interested to do that, I create a live event here in Vancouver in my office. Some people who are not from Vancouver, they can participate in this live event through video and participate over the computer and ask questions and participate. The groups are usually very small. I want to keep it very intimate so everybody gets their attention. And the purpose of this first day, it's a full day, usually on Saturday. The purpose of that is to create the same kind of foundation. So everybody knows more or less the basic information, language, and vocabulary, structures, examples of those different deals, examples of different structures. I go actually through, I don't know how many, maybe 20 different examples of real estate transactions that I have done with my team, and how it was done, why it worked, how would it, potential mistakes that could have been done and was avoided, or even share mistakes that I have done, and that from now on we will make sure that our structure is protected from those mistakes. So the full first day is this is the kind of foundational to get to know each other, to ask questions, and to understand the basics. Then after that, my joint venture partners, or people who want to become those joint venture partners, have access to a bunch of different recordings that we've done over the years, and also books, real estate books that are designed to even deepen this understanding, deepen the vocabulary, deepen the understanding of structures. So people are asked, the new group is asked to listen to those questions, write any to those books, write any questions then may have, and then we meet every 2 weeks online on Zoom, same like where I'm meeting you right now. You're in your home, I'm in my office, and we're talking. We will have those type of meetings every 2 weeks where people who have graduated from basic training, who have read and listened books that were recommended, now can ask questions and on specific deals that are working with. And obviously, if you have a deal that is amazing deal right now, you don't need to and don't want to wait 2 weeks, because in those 2 weeks the deal may be gone. So I have a team. I have an entire office where every day during business hours, someone is available to support you, to find more details, to do research, to create structures, or do whatever is required in order for to support you in that deal. So that's how the basic structure starts with a full day, then lots of homework, and then every 2 weeks we meet and support each other.
Okay, so one thing that came to my head, because everybody likes to have fun and everybody loves money just like you do. Tell a little bit about the excitement that joint venture can bring you. And once you do your homework, what kind of lifestyle can you expect to have? And maybe share a little bit about what you're doing presently in traveling the world, and the joy of actually learning more about the real estate and culture throughout the world.
Well, I don't want to brag about my lifestyle, because I've seen lots of those kind of seminars where people say, oh, you see, this is my yacht, this is my plane, this is my whatever mansion that I live in, and you can have the same if you just follow those 5 simple steps. No, it's not about yachts and mansions and planes. It's about creating a structure where each of us is providing a solution to someone who needs the solution. In the process, we create wealth and abundance. So, there's many ways to create wealth and abundance. You can become a doctor or a lawyer. Doctors right now is between 8 to 12 years of study. It costs a couple $100,000 in student loans, at least, if not more. in the process, and then you can make a couple hundred to between $200,000-300,000. If you become expert specialist, you can make $500,000 a year. My students make that from real estate investments right now, and not spending 8 or 12 years and $200,000 in student loans. So that's realistic and it's possible. Am I going to guarantee that each of you that join will have that? No. What I can guarantee that if you follow the steps and you put time, energy, and effort, passion to find solutions, and I'm going to teach you how to provide those solutions, then we will start making deals and you will make profit out of it, and you will be very happy that this profit is actually earned by providing something unique that nobody else was able to provide to that specific seller or buyer.
Well, sounds good, Andrew. It's so good to be with you. I want everybody that's had the chance to tap into this video. I'm going to put links and opportunity to look into the website that Andrew has available, where you can all come into a group and set the time up so that when you want to learn more, when there's at least, I think, 10 or 15 people in the next group, you'll be informed at when those are available, and we can't wait to see you.
Thank you so much, Leanne.
All right, you take care.
Okay, bye-bye.